All right, headed to another estimate, but I just wanted to document the stump grinding yesterday. I've got the Rayco turbo diesel. It's a RG45X, 45 horsepower, kind of like direct drive. It does have a belt in there, but it's pretty much direct drive. You don't lose much power from the motor. And why it's taking me that way. Oh yeah, okay. They changed everything's changing. Changed the DMV, was right by my house. Been there for 20, 30 years, and now they're moving. Anyway, the stump grinder, I wasn't sure as far as what grinder teeth to put on there. So yesterday it was like a inward, straight, outward, and it seemed to do pretty well. So I'm going to stick with that for now. I might even add an additional, there's one more pocket set you can add. Right now there's I think it's like 3 sets of 3, but you can do 3 sets of 4. So I've got some extra pockets and extra grinder teeth, so I'm just gonna play around with it. It is a little aggressive, but what I'm thinking, like when you have softer stumps, you're able to bite in and take a bigger bite. If you're doing palm trees, you just can't get enough teeth on there. I was looking at some of the bigger machines and they're just slap full of teeth. So I'm sure 3 sets of 4 would be plenty. Like you might have to back off and not get too big of a bite when you're doing harder stumps, but it's nice to have that option where you can take a bigger bite on a softer wood or a palm tree or something like that, and that will of course increase your productivity. I'm not sure exactly what the best setup is as far as pockets go. Last time the pockets I took off, it was straight and then angle. It seemed to work fine. There were smaller teeth. You couldn't take too big of a bite. So I'm definitely not going to go 1100 series because they're just too expensive, and I don't want to change out everything. Now everything I have is 900. That way I can buy 1 set of pockets, 1 set of teeth, and it fits all my grinders. And I'm not going monster grinder big. I already sold my big grinder. I had like a 75 or 80 horse grinder, and once you get that big, they're like 3, 4, 5,000 pounds. So you almost need like a 1-ton dually and a big dedicated trailer, and they take up so much room. They're just so big and bulky. So anyway, just thought I'd add that. I do like the stump or the flat-free tires I got. So now I have no flat tires in the front, no matter what. They are a little heavier, but your front end's light anyway, so I didn't really notice any difference in handling or any marking in the yard. It was about the same. Might be a little bit more on driveways if you're trying to turn, a little stiffer, but as far as grinding, it worked just fine. It just eliminated that worrying about having to get fix flats and all that stuff. If you can eliminate flat tires, it's just one less thing to worry about. The back tire is a little different. You have to get them foam filled because they are welded a certain way, and they have the rim is just something you have to get directly through Rayco. There's no other company. You can't build them. They're just stock tires with a bunch of changes, metal fab work done to them. So maybe you could probably make one of them, but it'd just be so much easier just to foam fill them, and then that way you never have to take them off except for getting through a gate, because they're a pain in the butt. Took them off yesterday, and I was like, I'm glad I don't have to do this every day, because it's hard to line them up. Once you get them off, it's harder to get them back on, because you have to line them up a certain way. I took the outside dualies off. Probably won't do that again until I have to. The inside ones are going to be even funner, because there's something blocking you from actually putting everything together. So I might take them off to get them foam filled, and then that'll be it. I'll never take them off again. So, but they are newer tires. There's no problem as far as air leaks or anything. That's one good thing. I probably could do this for a while and not have a flat. And then the dualies, you could probably have a dually with double flats, and you'd probably still be able to move it around. So, but I just want to make it idiot-proof, make it to where it never has a flat, never have to worry about a flat, never have to worry about anything as far as inflation, flat, soft tires, all that stuff will be eliminated. And then I can, because that's really the only holdup for this machine. Everything else works perfectly. I'm going to slap some new paint on it, some decals, some of the little things are coming apart, the little controllers, little foam, but everything's like just, aesthetically, that's all it is. You can run it like this for 10 years, probably no problem. But I'm going to try to get it as factory as I can. Also found a couple places to hide my tools and my pockets inside the machine, so there's plenty of storage for extra parts and what have you. So I love it so far. We'll see. I went out the first day and ground like 20 stumps. Went out the second time and ground like 7 or 8 stumps. Big ones, little ones, everything in between. Root chasing. It does it all. It's just a really, really good all around machine. If you just have one machine, this would probably be the one I would have, because it does the widest range for the best price. You can do anything from tiny stumps to humongous stumps, and I don't think you'd have a problem. I mean, it might take you long to do a monster stump, but you could do it as long as you have sharp teeth, plenty of fuel, plenty of grease, plenty of time. You can grind almost any stump with this machine. Another thing I like is the plow, because you can put 2 4x4s underneath the plow, and you can jack the front end up and change your tires without a jack and be super stable. You put the plow out as far as it'll go, all the way out. You put the blocks of wood right in between that hinge point, or wherever you want to, probably inside the hinge or on the hinge point, maybe a little inside, and that thing will jack itself up 1/2 inch or 6 inches above the ground. On the back side, throw a board under it, take to one side, you can lift each side. So it's basically, as long as you can get it started, you don't need a jack for that thing. It'll jack itself completely up in the air. Probably never need to, if you're on a flat surface, like say you're on concrete or asphalt, and you put that blade down, there's no way the thing's going to tip over on that blade. That blade is like an outrigger. It does sink down a little bit in the back because it's so much weight in the front. There's not enough weight to do anything, so you could probably sit up there all day. It wouldn't leak down at all. So, all right, that's all I got, and I'll see you on the next one. Tree life.